Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, where today we're going through the latest PSVR2 sale. As always, not every game that's going to be on here I'm going to go through. It's just going to be my picks, and there are some great ones here. Now, we're going to kick things off after we thank our patrons and members, and you remember to sub to the channel, and also we say thank you to VRROCK, who we'll get into later. Anyway, let's properly kick things off with a game that somebody requested, actually, asking when it would next go on sale, and I said I didn't know. Truthfully, I didn't, but it's Gran Turismo 7. It's on sale for £35. This is a base edition, not the deluxe. This is the edition you should probably go for, in my opinion. 35 quid is a banging deal for that. I don't believe it's on sale in America, though, from what I could see, so maybe wait a little bit longer there, perhaps in Black Friday, or see if you can pick it up in physical if you have a disc drive, which you should. Physical games are great. Anyway, moving on, Resident Evil 4 Gold Edition is on sale for $26.99. Leon Kennedy's Incredible Adventure, as I call it, a fantastic PSVR2 port. Might be my favourite out of the two Resi games we've got on PSVR2. Hopefully Requiem dethrones them both, that's what we're hoping for. But Resi 4 is so good. I love Village, but something about Resi 4, man, it's just got that wit to it. It's just got that energy, and I love that in VR. Some fantastic moments that you shouldn't miss out on, so go and pick it up. If you're a fan of Deep Dark Down Underground, then don't miss out on Metro Awakening as well for $21.44. This is a Metro game through and through. It's more restrictive than the flat screen ones. You don't go above ground, which was a little bit disappointing, but aside from that, VRROCK did a great job here. All the weapons, enemies, vehicles, quote-unquote vehicles, basically the carts you get in Metro, are all modeled here fantastically. You get a story that's true to the universe, written by the actual writer, fits in there well, and it's a load of fun as well. Got its spooky moments, its more light-hearted moments, its combat-heavy moments, its stealth-heavy moments. There's all sorts, so I'd really recommend it, especially at this price for about 20 quid. Definitely where it sits for that like 7 to 10 hour campaign, depending on how fast you are. For reference, I am usually on the faster side. I was about 7 hours for this one. But yeah, check it out. Of course, we've also got Arizona Sunshine Remake, $14.99, another VRROCK game. This is the first game, but remade to modern standards, so it looks great, plays great, also is co-op as well. So if you're looking for a co-op zombie game, this one definitely has you covered there. I do really enjoy it. It's kind of mindless fun and maybe a bit outdated to some people, but I'd definitely consider it if you like your zombie shooters. Now, if you've played one already and want number 2, then you're in luck, because $17.99 will get you access to that. Basically the same deal as the remake of the first now. Looks great, plays great, there's a bit more content than the first game. Co-op is also supported here, and it's pretty much more of the same. So if you enjoyed the first one, played it with a friend and had a good time, even if you played it solo, liked the writing, which personally wasn't really for me, but I know some people do like that sort of humour, then the second is going to give you more of what you like. But the question is, what do I like? And I like not scratching my PSVR2 lenses or any of my headset lenses, and that's where VRROCK comes in. They're the sponsor of the channel. As always, they're long-time supporters. I support them because I do use their products. They have anti-blue light, anti-glare filter, magnetic, non-magnetic, prescription, non-prescription, depending on what you want, whether you need them instead of glasses, which are much more comfortable. Lenses do so much heavy lifting for you if you're a glasses user. You'll have such a good time with them, or you just want them for protection, which is what I use them for. Check them out in the link in the description below. Thank you to VRROCK for being the paid partner of today's video. I can't really live without these. Before our little ad break, we had 2 zombie games, and here's one more, although I guess they're classed as just undead in this one, since it is medieval. This is Undead Citadel for $19.99. Quite a fun melee action game. I believe multiplayer is being worked on for at some point in the future, but the game as it stands has a solo campaign and a horde mode. There's a lot of weapons to try out in this one, and if you prefer swords over guns, then this is definitely for you. It spices things up with a boss battle or two, and has quite a few different variations in its level design as you go throughout the Undead Citadel itself, and I did enjoy this one, even though it felt a little repetitive in the combat side of things. A game that I had not heard of in many moons was Switchback VR, and I have a soft spot for this game that's on sale for £18.74 because it was one of the first PSVR2 games I really tried. It was the first event I went out to go and do in person, and for that it'll always be special, but what it's more special for is being a pretty damn good horror rollercoaster game. Very much like Rush of Blood before it takes inspiration from Supermassive's games, in this instance The Dark Pictures, taking you through each of the locations, meeting some of the characters, and getting spooked along the way. Now it has a horde mode, and a graphics bump since about a year or 2 ago, definitely worth picking up for Halloween season, and it'll be popping up again in my best Halloween games later this month. If you want something more chilled out, Cube VR is for you at £20.58. This is Minecraft creative, but without the mobs. Basically, you get to mine and build, and that's it. Not worry about anything else. Some people have made some incredible stuff in this game. I believe it's made by a solo dev who is also upgrading it to Unreal Engine 5 soon. So it's an investment. Get in now, have a good time, and then be rewarded with the upgrade later. If space is more your style, Red Matter 2 is definitely one you should consider if you don't somehow have it already. £13.74 will get you not only a great puzzle game, but a great VR introduction game in my opinion. It's got some of the best sights on PSVR2, so maybe you will be spoiling yourself early, oopsies. But seriously, this game looks great, interactions feel really good, it makes use of all of the different haptics and adaptive triggers. There's some great moments in this one, so don't sleep on it. Even though people may say it's overhyped, in my opinion, it's not. Give it a go. A game that's not hyped enough is Smash Drums at £9.59. This is a great drumming game. Granted, it's the only one that I've played on PSVR2, but from what other people say, what I've experienced, I can see why they love it and why I loved it as well. It just feels really solid. You're playing to a crowd that's jumping up and down for you, loads of different environments, tons of licensed songs, some DLC, and great feeling drum physics. Even though I've not really drummed much in my life, this one feels right. So definitely check it out if you're into your music games. Similar to Red Matter earlier, but more on the combat side of things, Hubris comes in at £8.74. This one is reprojected, so it doesn't look quite as good as Red Matter, but still has its great set pieces, especially towards the start and the end, and the combat feels decent enough here. I believe they added a horde mode as well, if I remember right, after launch, which should give you some more replay value as well. Now there are two binary mill games on this list as well, and the first is Resist. £13.99 is a no-brainer for this game. If you want to become Spider-Man, this is the game to do so, because we don't have a Spider-Man VR game on PSVR2 for some reason, but Resist has come in to save the day. You can swing around the city, do the missions, or not. You can just explore it if you want, using tons of different weapons, different upgrades, and just feeling the rush of the wind in the haptics. Such a good time, so I definitely recommend that. Now the next game, Iron Guard, for £8.39, I actually haven't played. It's the only one on the list that I haven't, but I wanted to include it because I've heard nothing but unanimous praise. There was another game that came out similar time to this. I can't remember what it was in particular, but I remember Brian from Without Parole saying that he hadn't got around to reviewing that game because he'd spent all his time playing Iron Guard, and from what I can see online, it's obvious why. It's an addictive tower defense game, looks great, plays great. I need to get around to it at some point, and I believe the sequel got announced recently, or has a release date reveal recently, or something like that, so hopefully we get that as well. But the original is here on sale, so if you haven't got it already, go and pick it up. I've got to mention as well, our second binary mill game for £19.99 is Into Black. This one's a bit more steep because it's released more recently. This is basically Subnautica meets Deep Rock Galactic. You're sent into the depths of an asteroid planety place, and you have to get yourself out of there, fighting against bugs, mining different ores, upgrading and getting new tech, and ultimately trying not to get eaten alive. Good time, has co-op, also has a PvPvE mode, which is fairly fun, and also it's a fantastic PSVR2 port with no mirror whatsoever, so give that one a go. And finally, I've got to mention 90s Extreme Skiing. £9.74 gets you this downhill skiing game with single player and multiplayer support, haptic use, PS5 Pro enhanced, uses every feature on the headset, and the devs are bloody lovely. And it has a new DLC coming out tomorrow, it should be, from the time of this recording, which is amazing. Fully funded by supporter of the channel and great PSVR2 creator and player, Game Kato, who's basically gone and funded this entire DLC, which is so damn cool. But if you want the game, get it now, because it will receive a price hike by $1 or $2 later down the line, just to reflect the addition of the new content, which is about 10 new levels, along with new trophies and leaderboards and all that jazz. So go and pick it up now, definitely on the sale. It's the lowest it's ever been. It's got a ton of content now. I want to say like 40 races or something like that maybe, and that is crazy, so do not pass this up. Please go and pick it up if you do feel so inclined, because these devs, they really deserve it, man. They're super, super cool, and they love the platform that we have here. Anyway, that'll be all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you're going to pick up anything from the sale, and I hope to see you all in the next one.